The way we structured this particular weekend, uh, it's really a result of being working tutoring already for about, God, almost more than 6 months, I think. We started working here 6 months ago, doing smaller interactions with the community, and then building up a team of artists around the project.
We decided to go through 4 stages, which would begin with a very simple sense of gratitude or thankfulness about being here now and our existence. And that's something that we often take for granted. But if you're with a big group of people and you're just able to give that some very simple expression, simply a song or something, it puts ground underneath your feet. And in a sense, it can open that sense of the immensity of life that is in us.
The way Pacam works, the way I work, it's really about listening. It's about listening to everybody's ideas, suggestions, opinions, reflections, experience, and they go like, put everything in a pot and go like that and then shape it. So the structure offers people the opportunity to explore ways of working, really. So the structure for the weekend, what we aim to do is to do that, to say, we had to make a carnival, guys. An exciting opportunity, an exciting project, but we're not gonna be making it ourselves. We're not gonna be telling you the colors, the shapes, the smells, the stories. You're gonna tell us, and then together we're gonna build it.
We then move to the next stage of something that we're calling a creative spiral, and the second stage was something much more challenging, which is to look at some of the very real things that our planet faces at the moment. So to look at climate change, to look at peak oil, and to say, gosh, these are the things that are in a sense in peril, but we're looking at them together. So let's just take it on board and know that we're working through it.
Perhaps in here, the line that is keeping us all together is the metaphor of recycling. It's looking after our earth. And then you bring plastic bags. We're going to make costumes out of plastic bags. How we're going to make those costumes, we're going to discover together, with some very specific skills that some artists will bring to it. And we're going to create stories about our earth, about our community. And those stories are yours, but there will be a team of very professional, experienced artists around you to help you tell those stories in the most poetic and beautiful way possible. In a such large-scale project, you also think you have to very quickly understand that you have to make very clear invitation to people. People need to know what they've been asked to do, which a lot of time we artists forget about. Like, I just come and have fun. And have fun for what? So that's another thing that I think we're learning by working here, is that people need very clear invitations. They need to understand what they've been asked to do. I think that's how then you get, after the first stage of excitement, people then understand what the project's about. Later on, by sends very clear signal of what they've been asked to do, they get engaged, they get excited, because through that process of going and work with people in different parts of the community, you can then identify what excites people, what people is good at, or what people are challenged by.
To then move on to the third stage of the creative spiral, which is to say, well, hold on, we're very creative people, we're very resilient, we've got sort of inventiveness within us as human beings, and compassion, and we care, we've got heads, hearts and hands, so let's get busy, let's actually shift something. So the third stage we're calling seeing the world with new eyes, and there's a transformation there about people responding to a collective sense of them about what can be done. And there's a lot of learning then about skills. I've got this, you've got that. Things that can be given to the project and gained from the project. And that's very intense, very creative stage, and a lot of the workshop's been given to that.
Some of the most important things about the Carnival is actually happening now, and will continue to happen before the actual Carnival takes place. And they are, I think, one, it's these wonderful encounters that are taking place between people that perhaps never even spoke to each other, for whatever reasons. People from the same community who crossed paths every day and perhaps talked to each other, but never had the opportunity to have that kind of level of creative dialogue before.
And then we move to the fourth stage, which will come at the very end, which is a sort of vision and a plan, and called going forth. So in a sense we bring the whole of that creative spiral to that point, cross another bridge, and in a sense then we're ready to come out, to perform, to say yes, here's our carnival. And something of that structure simply we can carry it in our minds, but we can also sort of carry it through to all the next stages of the carnival as we go.
I'm just very moved by seeing people of all ages having very interesting conversations and really exchanging ideas and grappling with the issues that the project raises, but also together start to imagine a different way of living and how to think through this project could understand a bit more about itself.